Hey guys, today I'm bringing you Frostpunk. It's quite a gem, and you can find it on Steam. It's a game by 11-bit studio. So yeah, I'll leave you with the intro so you can, because I think it explains the game way better than I could, at least to set it up. So here goes.
We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Yo, wasn't that intro freaking epic? So, it kind of blew my mind, and I think it has such power to it, right? And it really does help to set up the mood for the game, and to sort of, I guess, let you know that, these people are on their last legs, right? And so yeah, I mean, my history with this game is that I just randomly found it because I'm usually like browsing through Steam, just trying to find cool PC games, and I randomly stumbled upon it. And I usually like more colorful games, more cheerful type games. As a matter of fact, my favorite genre of games is JRPGs, and usually like very colorful ones. But yeah, this game kind of like it really shocked me, because in a way it doesn't look like the usual things I play. This game is very dark, and it's very sad too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening here, and you will have to make sort of like very tough decisions, because you have to manage a whole bunch of things at the same time. So it's not only resources, and I think it's also like it's such a good mix of different types of games. But I think all in all, it makes for a very specific type of game that I haven't had the chance to play before, because it's kind of like a city builder, but it's not your usual city builder. It's also a survival game, but it's not that either. It's a very unique combination, and I don't think it has been done before. So basically what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna have to live or die by that generator that you see in the middle of this hole, basically, that they set up base. And so this generator, it runs on coal, and you're gonna have to gather coal. At first you can just pick it up, but usually the problem here is that because of the cold, your people are gonna get sick, and they're gonna die like very, very fast. So you gotta have your coal stockpile pretty high up, and then eventually to build stuff you need wood, so you need to gather wood, and you also need steel for more advanced structures. So you also need to collect steam cores, and these are very valuable, so you need to be super careful on what you spend them on. You do find some of them exploring the wilderness with your sled people crew, but basically these will allow you to make some of the best structures in the game. So I mean, they are super, super valuable. So it's something that you sometimes, like, you can dismantle the places too, like you can dismantle your buildings, so you could technically get them back, but I mean, sometimes, like, you do really need certain resources. So for example, like, if you would want some of the best infirmaries, I mean, it is called an infirmary, yeah. So if you want the best place to heal your people, you would need the infirmary, and that place requires a steam core. If you want the best wall drill, which is in order to get a ton of wood, you need a steam core, right? For automatons, you actually need steam cores too. And so this game will make you stress a lot on how you balance the usage of your resources. So you need to be super aware of what's happening and what people need and all these stuff. You will be asked to build a beacon, which is, in this game, I think it was like a really cool concept and idea. These people, they make like balloons, and so they go up the hole, and then they go with sleds to basically search the snow. And so this is another part of the game that is kind of fantastic, which you basically just choose where you want to send your people, your expedition, and for some reason these people, they don't get coal. Maybe they're just like epic like that, I don't know. But anyway, the thing is, you basically send them, and then there's a bit of a timer between they getting there, and so whenever they get there, there's some sort of event, and usually the story progresses through these discoveries. So you'll discover that sometimes, like, there's survivors that were left there, and there's survivors from from other sites that had generators but they failed, or etc., etc. So yeah, you're just gathering survivors, and you're gathering resources, and all of these things are super important for you to actually make it out alive, because this is something about the game that needs to be said, and the game is just freaking brutal. Like, the game is incredibly hard. At least I think most of the first times that you're just starting out, you're gonna fail, and these people, they're gonna die, and I mean, horrible things happen to them. You're gonna see a lot of people amputated because of the frostbite. You're gonna get you're gonna see children die. You're gonna see people starving to death. This is horrible, right? And a lot of times accidents happen, so people will get hurt in the mines. That sometimes they even get stuck. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. And so then there's also some other things that you need to employ, which are laws, and you get to do them every few minutes of gameplay. You get to choose new laws, and these laws basically there's a few sets of them, but essentially you get to first pick adaptation. And so in this law tree, let's call it, you get to pick between laws that would like sort of change the way that the colony kind of works. And so you can, for example, make emergency shifts, and so these things that will make people kind of unhappy, and sometimes like they will make them lose hope, which are the two bars at the bottom. So the blue one is hope, as you can see, and then the red one is discontent, I think it's called. So and so yeah, basically everything that you choose will sort of affect people, and shit can hit the fan super quick. So you have to always be keeping an eye on these bars, like not to let hope fall all the way down, and not to let discontent race all the way up. And so what you're doing is you're basically just juggling all these things. So you're just upgrading stuff, you're building, you're planning the way that your city sort of expands, and it's always around the generator, because the farthest you go from the generator, the colder it gets. So basically you need to stick to the generator. So the way that you plan the city, it has to be a very balanced thing, right? In this video I'm making a very poor example of doing it right, but I was just trying to capture some of the footage, because I played this game 100 times by now, and literally it's one of my favorite games on Steam, so this is the reason why I wanted to talk about it. So yeah, back to explaining the whole thing. You're gonna be juggling gathering resources, helping your sick people with medics. You're gonna be helping refugees that you find with the people with the sleds. So all in all, you're gonna be managing hundreds of people sometimes. And so these people, they'll go out on hunts, and then they bring the food, and you can make rations out of them. And so without all this balancing, usually something goes crazy, and sometimes they start revolts. If any of these two bars, discontent or hope, goes haywire, basically they'll throw revolts and they'll go crazy, right? And sometimes, like I said, they'll just die. So yeah, this game, I would say that I would literally give this game a 10. It's a masterpiece. I mean, have you seen that intro? Can we say it again? How freaking epic it is! Damn, dude. Like I've seen it plenty of times by now, but it doesn't cease to amaze me, right? And so yeah, I'm just like ranting and raving about this game, but realistically, it is seriously, it's you guys have to play this game if you haven't played it, and if you played it, and if you like it as much as I do leave it in the comments. I haven't met much people that actually played it in real life. I've seen the reviews, and people do seem to like it. Oh, there's also a few pieces of DLC. There's one called The Last Autumn. I haven't tried those yet, but I've tried some of the other modes. You do have the Fall of Winter Home or something like that, and then you have another one that's called the Arcs. And basically, in these scenarios, you will do basically the same thing, but with a different objective, or at least final objective. And in one of them, you have to guard a few seeds, which apparently have trees for the future, which are none left. And in the other one, you have to evacuate a city that has a generator that has gone dead. So basically, you have no choice but to leave the city behind. So yeah, I mean, these DLCs and little different scenarios do add a little bit of uniqueness to this game, and they add a little bit more life. But yeah, hope you guys like this review. Next time I'll try to bring something completely different. And so yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.